Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Good afternoon everyone, and a very warm welcome to you on this fresh afternoon. I'm Lisa Rossiter, the outgoing Director of Regional Relationships for the Transport Agency, and it's my absolute privilege to be able to facilitate this afternoon's wonderful occasion where of course we are here to turn the first sod on the Peka Peka to Ōtaki Expressway. Ministers will speak about the importance of this route for New Zealand and for the region, but it's an absolute honour for us all to be here, so thank you for coming out and joining with us. I would now like to call on our representatives of Ngā Hapua Ōtaki to perform a mihi mihi to officially open the ceremony this afternoon.
Ka tauha, ka whakatauha tarangi I runga nei. Ka tauha, ka whakatauha te papa takotoa ke nei. Ka tauha, ka whakatauha te mā kiu tangata kua tōpū mai nei ki runga ki ene whenua. Ngā whenua ngā one I takahia ai. E tō tātane tupuna, a mātangi, I o nara, no e kia kunui, kau kurahi, kau ku whakatamarahi ki te rangi, kau ku whakatikitike ki te whenua. Piki maira, kake maira. Tēnei rā te tangi atu ki o tātanei mate. Rātau kua huri tuara I a tātou ngā kānohi ora. E koutou mā te rua ngā rahu ko rehu atu rā ki te rua. Te hoki mai ki a tāua te ao kiko kiko. Koutou rā ki a koutou a ngai mate. Ka tītoko te ao mārama ki a tātou ngā kānohi ora. Tihai, mauri ora. Nō reira, e ako nui, e ako rahi. Piki mai rā, kake mai rā. Piki mai rā ki ngā whenua. I hāhātia, e o mātou tupuna, I roto I ngā tau, rautau kimuri. E mau nei I te mana, I te ihi, I te wehi, I te tapu. O ngā one I takahia e o mātou tupuna I te wā I a rātou. Ka hoki ko muri ai ngā tini mahara ki a rātou. Nā rātou I takahi nei I nei whenua. Nā rātou hoki anō. I whakahua tia ai ki nei whenua ki a pare o mātangi. O te anō ki a te awa o hohonu. E rere mai ana. Kia mau pū mau tonu ai. A ki te tūturutanga ki te mana. O e nei whenua. I tuku iho mai. A e tō mātou ne tupuna a mātangi. Kei konei anō hoki, ko ona uri. E takahi tonu ana, I e nei whenua. Nā tonu I tuku iho mai. A kia mātou ngā waihotanga o rātou ma. Nō reira e te iwi, piki mai, kake mai rā. Kei ngā manuhiri tuarangi. Koutou ko ngā kanohi. O te whare pāre mata, haere mai rā. A kai te minita. A mou ko haere mai nei. Ki te takahuri anō I te one. Kia tūwherehia mai ko ngā mahi. E wātia mai ai ko ngā tini kai mahi. O tō tira. A kia tūwherehia mai, kia waihanga mai. I tēnei huarahi matua. Mai Peka Peka. Ki Ōtaki. E tāpiri mai ana ki te tūwhiratanga o tērā o ngā huarahi I tūwhira mai ai. A I roto I ngā mārama ka māhua kene. Nō ira kei te minita. O te anō ngā kāwai o runga I a koe o Maniapoto. Nau mai, hara mai rā. A koutou ko tō hoa, e noho mai nā. Nathan, hara mai, o te anō te koromatua, Guru. Kia koe no hoki, James, haere mai rā koutou. O te anō, kei ngā kānohi, kei ngā māngai, o tēnā rōpū, o tēnā tari. Haere mai rā ki tēnei āhuatanga, te tūwhiratanga mai, o tēnei ara matua, e takahi mai ana I tēnei rohe I kia ake ana. Mai te rohe nei, mai raro o Waitohu, he ki hora ki te awa otinga kia kukutawaki. Tawhitia tira, ki tērā wahanga anō hoki kia te ati awa, e tūhono ane tēnei wehenga wenga o mātou, e aku nui, e aku rahi. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa kaheke.
Kia ora, and thank you for that beautiful welcome. I'd now like to welcome our dignitaries this afternoon. We have with us Honourable Simon Bridges, Minister of Transport, Honourable Nathan Guy, Member for Ōtaki, and His Worship the Mayor of the Kāpiti Coast District Council, Mr Gurunathan. So very warm welcome to you, gentlemen. We're about to have an address from our two ministers here with us today and our Mayor. And then what will happen is we'll have the sod turning here, and our iwi representatives will again assist with the karanga and a karakia before we do that. And then we will wrap up proceedings here, and we will head to the location very nearby here, the Ōtaki Milk Factory, for some refreshments. So we do hope you'll be able to join us. So without any further ado, I'd like to call on our Minister of Transport, the Honourable Simon Bridges. Thank you, sir.
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Can I say kia ora? It's great to be here and acknowledge mana whenua local iwi for your role today, but also more generally in being part of the greater Wellington Northern Corridor and also this particular project. Can I just acknowledge the NZTA and Lisa and the great work that you're doing? Can I acknowledge all the contractors here and people who will be involved in this very significant and important project? Can I acknowledge the two Nathans, Honourable Nathan Guy, local Member of Parliament, who has been a tireless advocate for this entire corridor, and without whom, frankly, it wouldn't be happening. It certainly wouldn't be happening the way that it is. And also, Your Worship, Gurunathan, it's really good to see you here. I'm incredibly excited about today because this marks incredibly strong progress across the entire corridor from the centre of Wellington right through to the north of Levin. And of course today what we do is we start formally, but not just formally, in a very real sense in terms of the construction, Peka Peka to Ōtaki Expressway here. I've mentioned now a couple of times, but it's part of the Wellington Northern Corridor. which is one of the 7 roads of national significance that are really changing our country and opening it up and making whole regions of New Zealand and interregionally making us much closer together. Today's project, this piece of work that we're part of, is a very significant one. $330 million worth of investment. It'll be 4 lanes, it'll be grade separated, it'll be 9 bridges. With a name like mine, I really like bridges, and I'm glad to hear that 9 bridges throughout this project. And I'm also pleased to say, and I was talking to Nathan about it earlier, but you know, we get a lot of letters as ministers of the Crown, and I've had a huge amount of correspondence about something I didn't even know existed before this particular project. CWB, the cycleways, the walkways and the bridleways, and I'm pleased to confirm that due to that really strong feedback, we are certainly looking to put those features into this project. We're also looking to work really closely with the community to finalise the details, but to have a Peka Peka interchange. I know that's something, Nathan, you've been working really hard on. And those things all up mean that I think we've seen from what's happened at Mackay's to Peka Peka, that this will be more than just a road. As good as a road is, because the road in itself will mean the goods, the produce, the services, the people of this area getting around much better than they ever could have before. But more than that, it'll be a transformational piece of infrastructure, a legacy project for this area. And what we know goes with projects such as this is the walking, is the cycling, is the outdoor amenity, the nature, the planting. This whole RON will be one of, if not the biggest plantings we've done throughout New Zealand to beautify and make this road and this expressway something really special indeed. It'll be finished in 2020, and that will of course go hand in hand with the rest of this wider corridor that we're doing. Transmission Gully comes next, and we're working through that, but the RON to the north, or through and to the north of Levin, and actually past that, the Furakino Trestle Bridge. And all up, as I say, they will be a game-changing set of projects that will really make the bottom of the North Island much closer together as a region, and also much closer to the rest of New Zealand. In terms of those transport benefits, can I just say again, it will mean a fundamentally, as you've already seen, I think originally people didn't believe it, but they've seen it on Mackay's to Peka Peka, and they'll see it on this too, and the benefits of the two together will be all the more stronger than some of their parts. Much more reliable travel, fundamentally much safer travel, and much more productive travel, so that people can get in, efficiently do what they need to do, and then get back to whatever else it is that they want to do. So it's a great pleasure and a privilege to be Transport Minister who is starting this transformational project that, together with the other parts, will make up a road of national significance that will be a nation-building project for this area. Kia ora, thank you very much for having me.
Tēnā koutou, ngā mana, ngā rau, ngā waka, tēnā koutou katoa, ko Nathan Guy, Takawingo Ahau, Member Paramata for Ōtaki. Minister, tēnā koutou to you. Thank you very much for being here today. It means a lot to have someone in your position in government with some very hefty portfolios to be here today, celebrating the success of ultra-fast broadband being rolled out in Levin, to have announced that ultra-fast broadband is being rolled out in Ōtaki next month, to be done in 12 months is incredibly exciting, and now to be standing with you here this afternoon to celebrate the sod turning of Peka Peka to Ōtaki. Can I acknowledge Mayor Gurunathan? Thank you for your support and also council support on this project. James Coots, local councillor, and councillors who are here as well, and community board members. Can I also take a moment to acknowledge Justin and your opening here today. Thank you very much for that. My friends Rupini and Tiwari, tēnā koutou. It means a lot to have you here representing Ngāti Raukawa, the Tararuas, the Ōtaki River and Kāpiti Island. We know the significance of this event for you today, and thank you very much for your engagement with the Transport Agency around this project. I have lived and breathed and believed in the Kāpiti Expressway, and when I finally, at some point in the future, decide to leave Parliament, that will be my biggest accolade, that I have been involved in a project from start to finish. And I was delighted that the government, through the fast track of the RMA, could get on with that project, and it was delivered in about 4 years from when we initially talked about it. And that has meant a lot for the Kāpiti community, but not only that community, the greater Wellington region, and indeed the North Island. We have seen over 500 jobs created. We saw that project delivered ahead of time and on budget. 1.4 million trees planted, might be 1.4 million and one, because Steve and Joyce and I planted one because he couldn't come to the opening when we were there that day, Minister. That has transformed the Kāpiti community, and now this is going to transform the next section of this community and bring the benefits not only to Ōtaki but up into Horowhenua and beyond. This is a significant day of celebration, and it's appropriate to mention, when we're only a couple of months away from the election, those opposing us in Parliament didn't support the Kāpiti Expressway and all of the benefits that it has brought to our local community. Minister, can I thank you for acknowledging the huge amount of correspondence that you received to enable the shared pathway to be delivered alongside this project. In this community we have a huge amount of interest in recreation, and for people to be able to cycle or run or indeed take their horses alongside the Kāpiti Expressway has been has enabled a huge amount of support to be garnered around this project, and I think that will be well received here also. And to hear your positive comments about the Peka Peka interchange, I'm really excited about that, and I know Pat you will be as well. And it dawned on me the other day, if you make a mistake and don't get off at Te Moana Road, effectively when this is built without the interchange, you have to do a round trip of about 25 kilometres. I've made the mistake coming out of Wellington before and had to go to the top of Naranga, and I can see a few people nodding. We've all done that from time to time. That's why it makes sense to have a full interchange at Peka Peka. Minister, thank you very much for your support. Today is a day of celebration for Ōtaki, for the Kāpiti District, and indeed for the Lower North Island. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
He Māori ora, e ngā iwi, e ngā mana, e ngā reo, tēnā rā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. My greetings to those who hold mana whenua into this land. My greetings to you, Rupini Waka, Tuarikaki, and your people. Because even as the bulldozers come, it opens up Mother Earth. But we look forward to a healing that will happen because of your relationship to the land. And because you have welcomed me today, I am now able to welcome Minister Simon Bridges and of course Minister Nathan Guy, but Nathan Guy has got squatter right status. That's good. He's a local boy. It's a pleasure here to welcome you on behalf of the Kāpiti Coast District Council, and it is a significant event, marking the start of this phase of the expressway. You know, we speak from experience because we have seen how the land was developed and was from Mackay's crossing up to Peka. It's a beautiful landscape expressway. If you put your accelerator down in Mackay's crossing without knowing it, the journey is so good, you end up in Ōtaki. It is not only providing a safer and more reliable journey through Kāpiti, it is extending our reach up to the north and south. It's also facilitating greater opportunities for growth. What this road will do eventually when it reaches Wellington and goes up to even Levin and further up, it is the embrace, an economic embrace. My council, I'll tell you, will continue to advocate for and protect our community's interests throughout this construction. This includes advocating for enhanced linkages for pedestrians and cyclists along and across the expressway route, noise mitigations, and leveraging opportunities to upgrade council infrastructure. And I thank you for the cycleway, the bridleway, the walkway. And thank you, James, for being a spearhead of that project. And thank you, Minister, for picking up on it and putting your grant behind it. And thank you for making it happen. And of course, there is the announcement today of the Peka Peka exchange. The council will obviously want to have a corridor as to how that develops, because there are costs attached to that. Hopefully your government will bear all of that. I'm putting him on the cross now. As with the alliance, I tell you what, one of the amazing things about the first project we went through was the alliance model. It was a new concept. It has worked beautifully. The communities along the side are really happy with this. Some complaints, no doubt, but we had a very divided community. The way the alliance worked, the partnership between NZTA, the contractors and council worked beautifully. It healed us. Even as the ground was parted and ripped apart, when it came together and brought communities together. And the procurement policies and the economics of it, you've plowed in more than $200 million back into the community here on the Kāpiti Coast. We thank you for that. And we expect those numbers to grow with the Ōtaki section. And of course, Fletcher's, you know, we grew skills through the last stage. And it's great to know that this project here will allow that growth to continue here. Those who have raised the skills will continue to be employed here. And also I know Fletcher's are grooming up new apprentices and upskilling them. And we know with the other project, with the Transmission Gully project, there's ongoing and continuing engagement of employment for all of this. So from what I've seen to date, everyone involved in this project is committed to engaging with our community, doing a really high quality job in delivering a project the community can be proud of. I welcome the opportunities this project will bring to our district, and I look forward to being one of the first to drive this new stretch of highway once it's complete. Unless, of course, one of the bros do it before me, which happens. Tēnā rā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou.
Thank you, Your Worship, and thank you, Ministers, for those addresses. We're certainly all in agreement on the significance of this wonderful occasion. On behalf of the Transport Agency Board, I'd just like to convey the Board's apologies. It is a meeting afternoon and they are all meeting in Wellington. But on behalf of the agency, I would just like to acknowledge that projects of this scale and complexity do not happen easily. They do not happen fast. And all of us here today have played a part in some way or other in getting us here today. So to all of our community partners, to our iwi partners, to our staff, to our contractors, to our consultants, to everybody who's been in behind getting us to today, thank you most sincerely. It's a tough yard, we know that, but the benefits will be well and truly worthwhile. So thank you. We are, of course, about to embark on the next stage of the journey, which is a construction stage, which always brings its own challenges. But together, through partnership, we will get there and we will deliver an outcome that New Zealand can be proud of. So now I'd like to move to the time when we actually do the exciting bit. Cameron.
All right.
Rock, man. That's my political style. Right into the rock.
Well done.
Awai ki roa, he awai ki pāma mau i te hono I wairu e te toi o te tangata rau hi te ai e o matuaru. Ka hura, tangata o te tini api atu ki tangata atai. Ka hura, tangata tai e tini api atu ki tangata auta. Pērā hoki rā te kore pēnui, te kore pēro, te wāhi awa te toi awa. Ko tama I ai a te ara, ko tuhu, ko rongo, ko tāne rai atu. Kaua tame uhia, kaua tama rai atu, ki a takitu ai te tāpangapanga. He pūtanga āriki no rongo o te atatau I rae. Mai mai te tupua, mai te tapito. I hara mai koe I apako o ti nuku, I apako o ti rangi ko tō manoa, ko taku manoa e tāne. Kairi hia pano. Hara mai te toki, haumi e. Hui e, tai ki e. Good team up.
Hard work. Yep.
Oh, Minister, got a few words to say to you. Your two colleagues here and the rest of the people on behalf of Mark. As your treaty partner, being marginalised got to stop in the involvement of this ceremony. You might like me to say this, but if you know anything about that, I say what is easily said. So we haven't had any of this ceremony, but we just turn up the people who need to be. Right? So without further ado, we have a gift, a return to sender gift to you. On behalf of us. It's a red blanket. It's a well-used blanket. I understand our ancestors received red blankets back in the day. 19th of May 1840. So if we're going to be marginalised since then, we give a blanket back to you. When we may finish this exercise, if you're still in the house, you might want to give it back. As Tuku Morgan said a long time ago when you were here, we should give our dignitaries a box of chocolates. So I don't feel that way with you, Mani Peka, no problem. But we need to understand the distress that's happened to our families. We have given since 1840 to the building of this nation. Just 2013, the last strip of this land was confiscated or taken under Public Works Act, or Kiwi Rail. 2013, come on. This block goes from there to the Rahui Road. It was a thin strip that was forgotten about. Maiwa is a descendant of that original owner, so it's just happened. We know of it. So we welcome you and your projects into our area because we have supported since 1840 progress. But you still need to know that as a treaty partner, we're getting sick of being marginalised. So you can take it back to your house and your friends, and we'll be here after everyone else has got home. We'll look after Papatuaniki, we'll repair her and love her and karaki her all the way to this day. So Minister, there's always some bad news, there's always good news. I mightn't get on your broadband, but
You will.
the Wānanga beat you to the jump. We've already got ultra fibre in this town. Initiative. So if you didn't know, we now know. So on behalf of Ngā Hapu Ōtaki, those are the good news bits I wanted to tell you. And for the rest of the community, we're here, we've been here since 1840, and too bad if you don't like it. too bad. And we will commit and do what was necessary with your NZTA agents. At the end of the day, no mai harama. Away you go, Peter. Aruru. Oh, maybe.
Hey, how are you? Good, good. Yeah, sure.